We always begin our press conferences and meetings with a land acknowledgement. The Forest Preserves of Cook County acknowledges we're on the lands of the Council of Three Fires, the Ojibwa, Ottawa, and Potawatomi, as well as the Miami, Ho-Chunk, Menominee, Sauk, and Meskwaki peoples. As a land management agency, we acknowledge that we have played a role in shaping the histories of local Native Americans by acquiring this land. We also recognize, share, and celebrate their immemorial ties to the land. We commit ourselves to developing deeper partnerships that advocate for the progress, dignity, humanity of the many diverse Native Americans who live and practice their heritage and traditions on the land today. Today, we celebrate the Forest Preserves of Cook County being the sole recipient of the Illinois Department of Natural Resources inaugural Youth and Young Adult Conservation Corps Grant. Before I proceed, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge our partners. Commissioner Anaya, who is Chair of Finance for the Forest Preserves, is with us. Director of the Illinois Department of Natural Resources, Natalie Phelps-Finney. Deputy Director of the Forest Preserves Department of Resource Management, Iza Redlinsky. Did I do that right?
Yes, thank you.
Close? All right. Audubon Great Lakes Executive Director, Michelle Parker. Student Conservation Association's Vice President of Philanthropy, Kelly Runzel. Friends of the Forest Preserves Director, Radhika Moralia. And I'd also like to recognize Deborah McNeil Thrash, who's joining us representing Commissioner Maggie Trevor's office. Maggie could not be with us today because she was coming back from the National Association of Counties Convention. Her flight got canceled. In the Forest Preserves of Cook County, we often say nature needs our help. Whether it's hands-on restoration or simply appreciating all that nature provides. Through our Conservation Corps programs and with the help of many partners, we inspire and train young people to become the next generation of conservation leaders. Participants gain job skills, environmental education, and professional networking opportunities. In some cases, they even earn certificates in technical work. The Conservation Corps can lead to careers in science, but whether or not our young people move on to scientific careers, they leave with lasting skills such as learning to be a team member, time management, and accountability. We're proud to offer these programs and grateful to Director Finney and the Illinois Department of Natural Resources for recognizing Cook County as a leader in this work. We hope to serve as a model for expanding Conservation Corps programs across the state of Illinois because nature thrives when passionate, skilled people care for the land. Now, please join me in welcoming Commissioner Anaya. And I would ask that each person introduce the person who follows them. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam President. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I often always feel so re-energized coming to press conference like today because we're celebrating something so beautiful, and it's this partnership that we're going to be establishing now, with the state. And I think that great things always happen when everybody is pulling in the same direction and when we're all here pushing for a common goal. And I think what we're celebrating today is just a great start of a great relationship. So again, my name is Alma Naya. I am the Cook County Commissioner of the 7th District in the city of Chicago. I represent the Southwest, like I said, the Southwest side in Chicago, but also proudly serve as the finance chair for the Forest Preserves. I want to thank Madam President, all of her team, Director Natalie Phelps-Finney, and all of the other individuals here behind me, which I just noted are all women, which is good. Let's give them a round of applause, yes. And again, we're celebrating the expansion of the Conservation Corps programming. This is not just an expansion, but it's a true investment. The Conservation Corps of the Forest Preserves of Cook County provides various programs, like it has just been highlighted, and it provides an amazing opportunity for young people. And if we're going to invest in something else than our actual lands, what better way to invest in young people actually having these wonderful opportunities? We know that these programs serve as a space where both young people and adults can develop skills, receive mentorship and purpose, and connect with nature, which is extremely important. The programs also engage more than 300 high school students and adults annually in restoring natural areas that are benefiting Cook County and the animals that are in our forest preserves, as well as plants and the residents. In March, the Cook County Forest Preserve Board of Commissioners also approved the grant that was received, the almost $345,000 grant. And we continue to support and acknowledge how important these grants and partnerships are. Given that the forest preserves of Cook County now cover over 70,000 acres, everyone, we just celebrated that last year. It is essential to implement programming to support and upkeep it. And again, I cannot just underscore enough how important it is for us to do this investment and us to really create these spaces where people are going to come, gather, but also learn valuable skills for the long run. So I want to thank everyone for being here today and celebrating with us. I'll quickly do some remarks in Spanish. Hola, buenos días. Me llamo Alma Naya. Soy comisionada del 7º Distrito del Condado de Cook. Y hoy estamos celebrando esta iniciativa porque es muy importante para nosotros. Sabemos que las personas que vienen a las reservas forestales, especialmente las personas jóvenes que van a tener ahora una oportunidad de tener estos programas, es muy importante. Y por eso agradecemos muchísimo, claro, a la presidenta Tony Preckwinkle, a la directora Natalie Phelps-Finney, a más individuales que están aquí apoyando esta iniciativa, porque estamos haciendo esto juntos y en colaboración para el beneficio de nuestras reservas forestales, pero también para las personas jóvenes que van a tener estas oportunidades muy importantes. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce Director Phelps-Finney from the Illinois Department of Natural Resources.
Thank you, Anaya. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for being here today to celebrate this incredible program. I want to thank President Preckwinkle and also Forest Preserve President Adam Bianchi. I believe he couldn't be here today with us, but I want to thank them both for their leadership, your commitment to creating expanding opportunities for young people. I do want to recognize my senior advisor, Joel Sakanoff. Joel, give us a wave, please. Thank you. Joel's amazing. He does a lot of amazing things, but we said this program's so important, we want the best person on it, and we chose Joel, and he has not disappointed. So thank you, Joel. I also want to thank Governor Pritzker, who could not be here with us today, but if not for his ongoing support of IDNR, our mission, our budget, this grant would not be possible. Governor Pritzker shares a passion that many of us here today have, including myself, and that is to help young people prepare for the future and also to use the resources available to us to boost career readiness. Youth and young adult conservation core programs like this one are helping to establish a pipeline of eager, skilled future conservation workers who will be ready to take care of the natural world around us. Programs like this not only give young people a sense of purpose, it also points them towards a better future, whether that's ultimately in conservation or not. And it gives them opportunities that they may not otherwise have to spend time outside, learn about nature, and discover the importance of the outdoors as a resource for mental health care. And just off script here, I shared with a few that I got to talk with before, my background as a nurse practitioner, my own children being 22, 18, and soon to be 16, living on a large farm surrounded by the Shawnee National Forest in southern Illinois. I can tell you firsthand what I've seen working outdoors, working with your hands can do for you. IDNR is thrilled for the opportunity to help Cook County expand its existing Youth Conservation Corps program. Our goal is to create lifelong interest in conservation work and service in the next generation of Illinoisans. This partnership furthers IDNR's commitment to the natural areas of Cook County, a commitment that already includes Lake Michigan coastal management, William Powers State Recreation, and much more. I'm pleased to share that this is just the first phase of our efforts to activate youth and young adult in conservation careers. The second phase involves working with schools across Illinois, as President Preckwinkle said she hoped to see. We are certainly going to do that. We're going to start in central and southern Illinois with a couple of pilot schools, developing a conservation-focused career and technical education curriculum and core program that will help launch more young people into conservation careers. We're very excited about that and what the future holds for Illinois' natural resources and the young people of the state as a result of all this investment. Again, thank you to everyone who's here today to celebrate this exciting endeavor. And again, a huge thanks to Governor Pritzker and the General Assembly for making it possible. And now I'd like to invite to the microphone Isa Redlinsky, Deputy Director of Resource Management for the Forest Preserves of Cook County.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you, Director Finney. My name is Isa Redlinsky. I serve as a Deputy Director in the Department of Resource Management here in our beautiful Forest Preserves of Cook County. As said, with over 70,000 acres that we have, we know that in order to protect and care for this beautiful, special place, we need dedicated people. We need dedicated people, and we need to be showing them how to protect and care for nature, and also learning from them how we can take their input into caring for nature. And to protect, restore, we also must connect with individuals. We must inspire them to take action, and Conservation Corps is a crucial approach to doing just that. Conservation Corps are programs that introduce youth and young adults to work in our field, here in the conservation field, and often serve as a crew member's first job, and sometimes even a first positive experience in nature. The work enables crew members to have authentic, hands-on impact on local preserves, from planting trees to removing invasive species to collecting seeds and reseeding biodiversity back into our preserves. The work creates habitat for birds, butterflies, so much other wildlife, and also creates areas that are more biodiverse, more beautiful, and therefore also more enjoyable to the residents nearby. Conservation Corps provides opportunities to deeply connect to nature and to return often with friends and families to these spaces in other capacities. And we know these programs actually result in participants pursuing future careers in conservation. In my department itself, about 40% of our employees are Conservation Corps alumni, which we're very proud of. And about 54% of all the Conservation Corps alumni end up with some sort of a green job down the line. And that is a huge success. We are very proud of this work. We're proud of our participants, we're proud of the coordinators, and we are so very grateful to our partners, including Illinois Department of Natural Resources. Thank you. So thank you for this grant. Thanks to it, we have been able to add 40 paid positions to Conservation Corps. And also, that includes not only the salaries, but the gear and transportation for those employees. We look forward to continuing to connect youth and young adults to nature, providing employment and training opportunities for the next generation of our colleagues, next generation of environmental leaders. So with that, I'd like to thank you for your attention and also welcome Michelle Parker, Executive Director of the Audubon Great Lakes, to the podium. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Michelle Parker. I'm the Executive Director of Audubon Great Lakes, which is a regional office of the National Audubon Society. And I'm also the chair of the Illinois Nature Preserves Commission, which is truly one of the great honors of my career. So thank you to Director Phelps-Finney and my fellow commissioner, Commissioner Moralia, for that incredible opportunity. I'm also quite warm right now, quite hot, which reminds me of when I was an intern in Orlando in the summer in a polyester skirt that was supposed to make me look like a park ranger at Animal Kingdom. And it was very fun. It was also grueling. And I didn't have to do tick checks at night. Point being, I have so much appreciation and respect and gratitude for all of you who are showing up every day despite the weather and doing this critical work for the ecological health and the community health of the Chicago region. Thank you. I'd also like to thank IDNR and our partners at Friends, the Forest Preserve District of Cook County, This marks the 20th year that Audubon has been running this internship program. We've had 150 people go through this program over 20 years, many of whom now work in the field. About 80% of the people who've come through this program with us now work in the conservation or green field, including at Audubon, looking at you, Kayla, back there, Lindsay Fisher, and also the Forest Preserve District. So this truly is the start of something special for all of you, and I'm so excited to see where you all go. Looking ahead with this grant from IDNR, between now and 2028, our interns will manage thousands of acres of habitat in the Chicago region. They'll participate in thousands of hours of training. They'll also complete more than 10,000 hours of restoration work. I know here in the Chicago region and across the state through the Nature Preserves Commission, we often talk about how we can protect the land, but unless it's being maintained towards habitat quality and health, what are we protecting it towards? So having new people come into the field, learn these skills, dedicate the time is so critically important for the future of our region. Now, I would like to take just a moment while I have the mic to speak to all of you. Just have a moment, all the interns here. The impressions that you make and the relationships that you build through your work and through your career may be the most important part of your career. It may determine the course of your career. So the impressions that you make and the relationships that you build. And that starts now. That starts with your cohort that you're working with the other folks who are in the internship with you, even with other organizations, and with all the people you're working with in all those organizations as well. It's critically important. So let me give you 3 tips. I was thinking about this on the way here. 3 tips in terms of the impressions that you make and the relationships that you build. 1, show up. And when I say show up, I mean show up with your energy, show up with your effort, show up with your attitude, show up with your attention. If you're coming to work, show up, bring it. You're needed. You're needed by your colleagues, you're needed by your team, you're needed by these places. Even if it's a tough day, that's when it's even more important to show up and put in that energy and effort and attitude that's needed of you. Be present. In this age of distraction, your attention and your focus are your greatest assets, and they're the greatest gifts that you can give to others. So when you've shown up, be present. Focus on what you're doing. Focus on the person in front of you. Give them your full attention. Show sincere interest in what you're doing and the people that you're working with. It matters. It's truly the greatest gift that you can offer to others. Also, reach out. Now, I know those of you who might be a little shy, might be a little introverted, are like, I'll do the first 2. You got me on the first 2. Reach out. Build those relationships. Assume people want to know you because they do want to know you. They might be shy too. They'll probably be relieved that you reach out. Reach out to your peers. Reach out to the people you're working with. Reach out to the people who seem to be doing interesting work. I once had a colleague tell me, instead of saying, hey, reach out if you ever need anything, he said, reach out, I will always be happy to hear from you. Assume people will be happy to hear from you. Alongside this, reach out when you don't need anything. Reach out because you want to be in community with somebody, you want to know them better, you want to spend time with them, they're fulfilling, they energize you. Just reach out. So in summary, again, remembering that the impressions that you make and the relationships that you build will be the foundation for your career, starting now with this experience. Show up, be present, and reach out. And to all of you, I will always be happy to hear from you. Please do reach out, and we'll have a little chat. So thank you to all of our partners. Thank you to IDNR for the expansion of this program. And thank you to all of you who are showing up every day for our natural world. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, President. I am from Minnesota, and so I was melting there. Yeah, I am from St. Paul, Minnesota. My name is Kelly Runzel, and I'm the Vice President of Philanthropy for the Student Conservation Association. And I am here because we've already seen and heard from our commissioners and our president, and I think that this model and this investment in the conservation corps is not only unique here in the state, but it's unique nationally. And it's very special to have that type of support for the youth, and the development of the future through conservation is very important. So I'm very honored to be here with this. And so the Student Conservation Association has been a partner of the Forest Preserves of Cook County for nearly 18 years. And one of those early members that was hired for these conservation corps, I have the privilege and beneficiary of realizing the results of their development through this program. And Sam is here leading our Chicago programs as an alum of this program. And so with that, we have surveyed some of our youth leaving our program. 92% of the youth leaving our program feel that they're better equipped to tackle big challenges. Y'all feel that? Yeah, big challenges, hard challenges. 93% of the youth that leave our programs feel that they're able to work better with people from different backgrounds and views. Y'all feel that too? Yeah. Now, when I think of the difficult challenges that we're facing now and in the future, the people that I want leading that are the people that have those skills. Because even those challenges are overwhelming to me. And I'm gonna say something that's a Minnesota thing, it's oofda. When I think about these big challenges, I say oofda. But I am so proud.
What does that mean?
It means it's overwhelming, you know? And so, but I am very proud that you all are going to be the ones going through and leading your communities. And you all are going to be the ones making the change. And you all are going to be the ones using that creativity to solve these big challenges. So I want to thank you all. I want to thank all of the investors in this program. I want to thank the president, the commissioner, director, all of the people that support and believe in you all. So thank you very much, and we look forward to the future. This year, the Student Conservation Association is putting 57 members through this program. Over the course of the years, we've invested over 180,000 hours back into the community. And I know that the partners that are here too, the Friends of the Forest Preserve, the Audubon, we are all partnering in together to solve this. So thank you very much. And now I have the pleasure of introducing Radhika Maraglia, and she is the project director for the Friends of the Forest Preserve.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
My name is Radhika Maraglia. I am the program director at Friends of the Forest Preserves. Friends of the Forest Preserves unites people to protect, promote, and care for the forest preserves in Cook County. Just a few things to say on our behalf, because I think a lot of it has already been said today about what a wonderful program this is and has been, and hoping that the teens in the room agree with us. And also I would like to ask Michelle Parker to give me a pep talk every single day. Can we arrange that as part of the program? Awesome. So the only way to create and run a summer job program for nearly 100 teens during the summer is to do so in deep collaboration with others. I'd like to express deep gratitude for your partnership and trust, President Preckwinkle, Illinois Department of Natural Resources Director Finney, Commissioners of the Forest Preserves of Cook County, the Housing Authority of Cook County, who supports their clients to thrive, to get into and thrive in this program, the Forest Preserves of Cook County, and members of the Friends of the Forest Preserves community, including partners, members, and volunteers. Our program team is being led by the incredible Joy Bailey in the back there in the orange shirt, waving her hands. She is our Engagement and Youth Corps Program Manager. And a special shout out to Soleil Smith, who is a program assistant for the program, and according to Joy, just a pleasure to work with, and we're trying to figure out how to keep her on past the summer. Yesterday, I believe a participant told Soleil that they think of her as a model, a role model in life, and that's what this program is all about, is making sure everybody knows that there's a community of support around you, no matter what your aspirations are, but especially if you are looking to make the world a better place. You're not alone, and we need to do this together. Together we have created, implemented, and expanded this beautiful partnership between teens and the planet. Thank you so much for allowing us to add nearly 30 positions, jobs this summer to the Illinois Department of Natural Resources. We hope that the expansion can also deepen all of our connection with nature in our region. Thank you, and I would like to introduce now Alice Brandon, Conservation Corps Manager of the Forest Preserves of Cook County.
Okay, so you're lucky because I'm going to say very little, and we're going to get out of sitting. So what I'm proud to say is that we've got all of our amazing young people and young adults that are doing the hard work this summer. They are here to talk to all of our dignitaries and staff and other folks about what they've been doing. They're going to be in 3 separate stations right behind us, right behind the cameras. They're going to talk about what this experience means to them in their own words, and then also demonstrate with tools some of the things that they get done. So please join us in the back to learn from the participants themselves, who are the most important part of the program. So thank you so much, and let's get going.
All right, I want to thank everybody for joining us. Could you modify that so the tables people are at are in the shade rather than the sun? And I'd like to thank Darlene Washington and Jenna Ba. Did I do it right? Close? Who are our sign language interpreters this morning. Do we have any questions? Where's Nick?